Hey everybody, Agent of Doubt here. Been a minute because I had some grad school work and some people visiting me, so I haven't spoken to the camera in like 2 weeks, and it's been 2 weeks, in this span of time. Jimmy Kimmel lost and regained his show, and I might have had something to say about that, but it's kind of played its course, I think. I was disagreeing with Kazoom on one of his stances on that. Still friends with Kazoom, but basically I don't think that if you look at what Jimmy Kimmel technically said, break it on down, I don't think that he was wrong. He did point out that Republicans were trying to put the blame on other people. In the way that he said it, you could infer that he was trying to say that Charlie Kirk's shooter was MAGA, right? But that would be your inference, not what he said. And I know that his lines are put past writers. He doesn't write his own jokes, and they're also put by lawyers before it goes to air. And so I really felt like it was just part of the ongoing campaign of Trump to get rid of all people who make fun of him on TV or online and whatnot. And he had said previously that after Colbert lost his show that Jimmy Kimmel was next. Trump had put that out there. So, having that quota of, he wanted Jimmy Kimmel to lose his show next, I think that pretty much explains why he interpreted things like he did. And yeah, it's just, it's done. He's got his show back. I watched the comeback, but I had a question on one of my videos, and I keep on getting fed Kazoom's videos in my feed right now. But I had a question on one of my videos that asked me, do I still think that Charlie Kirk's shooter was a groyper? And I can't find that question right now because any way that I look for it, it either the dude deleted his own comment or a lot of comments just keep on disappearing, and the number of comments that I see on a video never matches the actual number of comments there. And this has been going on for a while for me, but Kazoom was talking about it in his videos too, where it's just gotten really, really bad. And I think that this is maybe part of, a totalitarian crackdown on speech, where all of these platforms are kind of putting in keywords and saying, you know what, let's just mute these topics for a while. And that sucks. It's been happening to the topics that I like to talk about for a while, but Kazoom noticed it acutely with the Charlie Kirk topic. But anyways, the question was, do I still think he was a groyper? And that was probably because that was like the conjecture that was going around at the time I made my last video. Do I think he was a groyper? I mean, there's a few clues that way, but I actually feel like I don't know enough about this guy to know anything really. We keep on getting little nuggets of information. So no, am I sure that he was a groyper? like 10% sure. That's like the confidence I give it, because I don't know. We only know what the media is feeding us. I know that he wasn't registered for either party. He grew up in a MAGA family, but obviously with the person that he had as a romantic relationship in his life, probably did not accept all of the values of his parents, and might have had a little bit of flux in his views at the very end of his life. And if he indeed was the shooter, he had been in gun culture for a while and got really good at shooting guns. And so there's a lot in that stew. Like, where was he actually? I don't know. I don't think that he was a Republican or a Democrat. In fact, when I look at Trump coming out just 4 hours after Charlie Kirk was shot, he comes out with this video that kind of looks AI. And I can't prove it, but, it does look like AI made it. Like, his head hardly moves, and just it looked like AI Trump. Anyway, he said that this falls on the shoulders of the Democrats for calling us fascists. And now, since then, he's taken steps to make Antifa a terrorist organization, when Antifa is about as nebulous a term as who's a member of Anonymous. There's no official membership in Antifa. In fact, I think of Antifa the same way I think of Groypers. It's a term of you're trying to categorize these people, but not a lot of people fit that bill. Not as many as you'd think for the fact that a term exists. But yeah, no, I don't think that I know for sure that he was a Groyper. I don't know enough about the guy at all, what his politics were. But I don't think that it was on the Democrats. And I get this because Democrats largely have not been standing by trans people in the wake of the crackdown on trans in America with the Trump administration. And they also have not been standing by the pro-Gaza, pro-Palestinian people in their party. They've dropped that. But also, as far as Charlie Kirk is concerned, when Gavin Newsom sat down with him, he was at least platforming him to the point where a lot of people, were like, hey, why are you elevating that guy by even talking with him? And Gavin Newsom is probably going to be top 4 in the running for the nominee for the DNC for the next presidential election. He's going to be their candidate likely. There's 4 other people I think in the mix, and he's probably top 4, top 5, and for him to do that, to me, says, actually, Democrats are willing to discuss things with those people within the same Overton window. They are not the ones who are saying, hey, that person is so bad you can't talk to him, hey, go do some political violence on those people. No, they're Democrats break bread with these people all the time. They're working across the aisle, and so do I think Democrats were to blame for this in their rhetoric? No. Now, people who are more left or more liberatory or more socialist or more whatever than the Democratic Party is, maybe. In fact, from what little I can pull from the news about where the shooter's actual politics lie, he might be closer to my politics than anyone from the Democrat or Republican Party. Like, and I actually think that the best take that I've seen on this was actually from Jocko Willenick, the ex-Navy SEAL guy who said what we need to be looking at to blame is probably internet extremism, where the social media platforms and these internet groups that you join just kind of extremify you more and more. And his video on that is called Declared Hostile. And I think it's probably the best take that I've seen, even though, Jocko's a veteran like me and leans a little conservative in his views. Because of that, I feel like his take was the best. And as far as like what can we blame, what can we proactively do to try to prevent this, is to recognize that some motherfuckers need to go out and touch some grass and get off the internet. The internet will make you extreme. So I agree with that point. But as far as do I think that he's a raper? No. Do I think I've been watching some of Secular Talk's videos, and he thinks that the shooter came from a different angle, just based on like bullet trajectory and all that, and thinks that what we all think is that the entrance wound is actually the exit wound, and that kind of rifle won't do that, and he's going down this rabbit hole. And like, usually I used to like really respect Secular Talk's opinions on things political, but in this case I'm like, you know what, Occam's razor is that was the shooter. Did he break down the gun and put it back together? Maybe it was down his pant leg, and that's why he was limping. Was it in his backpack, or was it like tucked halfway down his pants and underneath his shirt? What parts he needed to have hidden. It's, to me, I don't know, and I'm okay with not knowing and not being the best source of information on something, where I'm just getting little tidbits that, I'm getting the same little tidbits that you guys are getting, yeah. I think I'm going to upload this video, and then right after it make a video about one of those videos I got fed from Kazoom, and how much I disagree with him on that one video. Yeah, I think that's the plan. So this will be like 2 videos same day.